All right, everybody, we are back again for season 2 of the Coaches Compass. Again, don't remember what episode it is because we just continue to roll, continue to bring on cool guests from all over the world. It's your boy, Coach Coop, reporting live from the US of A. And today, Coach J, I know this one won't release until a little bit later, but Coach J has officially retired from playing football, so he can't be here with us today. He's celebrating his retirement. Just remember, hit that like, subscribe, comment button down below, and also hit that alert button so you know when we drop an episode every week, right? But today, another dope guest with us. We got Coach Kevin, NF sports athlete, head performance coach at ISI Brickell, former soccer player, online coach, and a motherfucking jump rope maniac. Coach, welcome and thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me here, man. I appreciate it. Coop, I love what you're doing, brother. Yeah, I'm interested, brother. What's up? How we doing?
Yeah, man, bro. So what got you into this field? What got you into fitness, strength conditioning? Like, what made you want to go down this route?
Man, I remember like it was yesterday. I was playing soccer when I was young. I played through high school, college. Unfortunately, I tore my ACL my junior year in college, and then when people always say you tear your ACL, you won't be the same. You're not gonna be the same player. You're not gonna be as strong, as fast. Blah 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 blah. Right? Man, I took that to heart, and that's when I first got in the gym like consistently. I took that whole summer, the whole spring slash summer. When I came back to the fall, I was flying, man. I was flying. I came back better. I came back faster, stronger, fit, everything. Everything was going well, and then maybe like a year and a half, two later, I tore my opposite knee, ACL, MCL, meniscus. Same thing. Got back in the gym. I was like, no, this is not gonna happen. A year later, I tore my meniscus.
Jeez.
And then, I called it there, but I was like, you know what? This is something that's gonna help me push forward. And that's when I really just kept the fitness going, just going in the gym, really focusing on strength and conditioning, just being healthy and just being able to move. I think that's just the most important part. Even though soccer was my passion and I wanted to go all the way to pro, nowadays I look at it as this happened for a reason. It happened for a reason. So now me being in this position, I connect with so many people. I network, I inspire, and that's the best part about coaching, in my opinion, is being able to inspire others, to follow your footsteps, or being able to inspire others to just be healthy and live a healthy life, or just being able to move, no matter what age you are, so, or just being a better version of yourself every day. That's what I always say.
I
Yeah.
mean, 3 serious knee injuries, right? 2
Three.
ACLs, 1 meniscus. Like, bro, mentally, how did you overcome that and then still be so passionate about what you're doing now and be able to connect with others?
I just didn't let it hold me back, man. I just looked at it as another opportunity to to push myself through adversity. Again, I heard a lot of people say, you won't be able to do this anymore. You won't be able to do that anymore. And I just went out. I just went to lockdown. I locked in, and I'm like, oh, I won't be able to jump as high. All right, watch, I'm gonna jump higher. I won't be able to run as much. All right, I'm gonna be even more fit. Yeah, man. I just kept pushing it until, yeah, I'm still doing it to today. To this day, I still have that same mentality. I want to be better. I want to be better. And yeah, man, just now that I'm joined this new sport, Hyrox, it's allowed me to be competitive again. Without the risk of injury.
Right.
Well, there still is a risk of injury.
There still is a risk with
Yeah.
anything we do in the fitness industry, right? There's still a risk. But
Correct.
Tell us more about Hyrox, because it's hit a boom here in America, USA, and in Europe, like all over the place. Like, Hyrox is a new kind of wave right now. What is Hyrox all about, and what is the competition actually that's going on?
Well, the beautiful thing about Hyrox, the reason why it's blowing up, yes, it's a new sport. It's a new fitness term that's becoming a sport. But the beautiful thing is that it's accessible to everybody, everyone. So, beginners, intermediate, advanced. It's similar to CrossFit. However, you don't need specific skills. It's based on the human movement. So running, lunging, squatting, pushing, pulling, anything that involves a natural human movement, you know, is based on the race. So it's an 8 kilometer race. You want 1 kilometer, and then you have 1,000 meters on the skiers you got to get through. 1,000 meters, 50 meter sled push, 1,000 meters. So you just keep moving. But again, it's not about it's about being competitive, but it's all just about finishing.
Right.
It's just something about you against you, in my opinion.
Right.
And you just get better. You just get better.
Now, with that being said, like you say, it is a little competitive, right? But you say it's you versus you. How much do you actually take it as just you versus you, or do you like you see the person next to you and you're like, nah, dog, like I ain't about to let this bro beat me today.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
my
Like
boy went full dog mode.
hey, if you ask me, I'm going in. Like, I don't care because in the race, everyone's just racing. You don't know who's in front of you, who's behind you. Everyone's at the same time. But I just look at the person in front of me, and I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna pass this guy right here. All right, I'm gonna get through this guy. All right, I'm gonna finish this movement, and I'm out. So I'm actually trying to compete. I'm actually trying to be an athlete in this competition. My first ever race was here in Miami at the beach. I got a third place. My second race, I did a doubles last year in Fort Lauderdale. We did pretty well. So I'm about to get into my third race right now in Chicago in November. Oh yeah, man, I'm locked in.
Yeah, and I'm about to say you that's like 3 races in right there. So is
Yeah.
Hyrox almost equivalent to the Tough Mudders or the Spartan races? I mean, obviously those
Um.
one are outside. The Hyrox is more inside.
Yeah.
It's almost sounding like it's like a mix of like all this stuff, but like more human movement. Like especially like you said, CrossFit competitions is kind of the same thing. But is it only individual and then partner, or is there like teams or like?
Yeah, so you do you have a choice to do it solo. You have a choice to do it in doubles, either mixed or two male, two female, or you could even do it in a relay, which is a team of four. The only difference is when you do it in doubles, both teammates have to run the 8 kilometers, so they both run at the same time. However, the movements are split. So if it's 1,000 meters, you and your partner split them up 200, 200, 200, back and forth, or the sled push. I push a few steps and then we switch off. The relay, that was a fun one. I recommend that for beginners. So, one partner will do a kilometer and we'll do a station, and then they'll tag each other in, and the next partner will run it. So it'll be like a relay style race. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as CrossFit and Hyrox, I would say that in CrossFit you need some specific skill. You need to learn how to do a clean, or pull-ups, or rope climb, or something of that sort. Whereas the Hyrox competition, in this aspect, anyone that does any hit training, any high intensity interval training, could do the Hyrox race. Anyone could do it. They even have Hyrox also has a adaptive level, whereas people with one limb, or they're blind, or yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, and they go through it, man. Yeah, very inspiring. So when I saw that, they just added that. When I saw that, I was like, man, what's my excuse?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like watching like the Paralympics. Like those
Yep.
those people are like Olympic athletes, and like we're over here complaining
Yeah.
about I got something
Amazing.
hurting or something bothering me. You know what I mean? Like those
Yeah.
are just the top of the world. But I mean, you're also in a different field than a lot of the strength coaches that we talk to. A lot of these
Yeah.
people that we've talked to have either been in the college sector, they're working with a pro team, or they run their own like facility. You're more like on the general population group fitness side, right?
Yeah.
Working at ISI. What is that like? Coming from the athlete background to working in now the general population kind of group fitness space.
Well, based on ISI, ISI is based on athletic-based training. So me having that athletic background, I definitely could relate a lot more to the athletic components of what ISI brings. Okay, so now just being able to translate that to members here, whether if they're beginners or they're advanced, teaching them from the ground up, coaching, not teaching them, coaching them from the ground up, it makes it that much easier as a coach. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like ever since we met up at Iron U, brother, I use the same coaching tactics to coach my trainers, my coaches. I promise, I kid you not. And it's worked ever since, brother. So again, just being able to learn from you and just other strength coaches that you have on your your podcast. Again, always willing to learn from others and then
Yeah.
translate that to the general population here at ISI
How
or my
hard is
online
it?
clients.
Yeah, yeah. So how hard is that though to like transfer that over to general population? Because I mean, a lot of us coaches, like when we get into it, we all want to train athletes, right? Because we're former
Yeah.
athletes, we want to train athletes. You want to be, especially with that, you want to be with the high profile athletes. So you want to work for all professionals. Then you work your way down to college. Then it goes high school, then like the youth level. How hard is it to kind of like some of the people that walk in the door have absolutely no clue what it's like to be an athlete, right?
Right.
Because I know I was there with you. I know, like it's sometimes like even at where I'm at, some people have no idea what it's like. How hard is it to kind of flip the switch and kind of be like nurturing and caring to get somebody to the level that you want them to be at?
I think it all just starts with patience. What I like to do a lot is just put myself in their shoes, or anyone that walks in, I put myself in their shoes, and I would say, what would I think if how would I want the coach to be if I'm a beginner, but I really want to learn? It all depends on the on the attitude as well. How what the member or the client or the athlete, do they are they coming in to learn, or are they coming in to to mess around? That's first. So I want to establish that. What's your goal? What's the goal? After I establish that goal, then it's just building it from the ground up. Staying with them, making sure they understand, making sure what the reasoning behind every movement is, what the focus is. Just educating them as much as possible. All right. So not only they know how to do the movement, but why are they doing the movement? Why should they be able, why should they learn to move a certain way, to translate that not only in the gym but only to real life? You know what
That's
I mean?
awesome.
Because at the end of the day, I think like us working out is great, but as we get older, all this training, all this working out is basically for real life situations.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole
So
purpose of it. Like we're trying to still be able to move around, freely. Whether we have kids or don't have kids, and just do life. How do we want to move? Like, do we want to move like in a lot of pain, or do we want to be able to move and feel efficient with what we're doing? So I
right.
think the whole thing is just being able to move pain free. On top of that, though, you're balancing out doing online training too. How is
Yeah.
that? How is that balance working, and how have you made it work?
Well, it's working a lot better just because. So right now, based on my schedule here at ISI, before I was doing in-person training. I was doing a lot more in-person training. With the time I have now, me transitioning to online training is just, for me at least, it's felt that much easier only because I have more time to myself. I have more time. I don't have to, spend time driving to this client or that client, then have to rush back, and then traffic. And now I'm at the computer, I'm connecting with clients. I'm on the phone. Hey, did you do your workout? Following up, all that good stuff. And at the end of the day, I look at my watch and I'm like, damn, I still have time to go to the gym. I don't have to be anywhere. There you go. I have another client later on. Everything's from the phone or from the computer. So as of now, it's worked out to my advantage, and I'm just taking advantage of that and just running with it as much as I can. So I think I'm gonna try to just level up in that online training.
Who do you continue to learn from and like help you continue to level up as a coach yourself? Like who holds you accountable to being a better coach?
Right now, to be honest, the team I have here in Miami, in ISI Brickell and ISI Miami, I'm surrounded with great people, man, great coaches, and not only just great coaches, great athletes. They're all athletes. Right now, not only myself, but we're all training for the Hyrox event. We're all gonna take a trip to Chicago, like 15, 16 of us.
Wow.
We're all training together. Like we're all saying, hey, we're meeting up on Thursday to go to the track, and we're gonna run 400s or 600s. So yesterday we just ran a high rock simulation with uh with a few coaches here at Brickell. I didn't want to do it, but hey, they held me accountable. Be like, Ted, you better be there, man. You better be there. And
That's good though.
I'm glad I did it, man. And just being surrounded with a team like that um, helps me become a better coach, a better athlete, and a better person because I learn something every day from each person.
For sure.
So I think it's amazing.
With that, what's up with the jump rope, man? Like what got you into jumping rope so much, and how did you get so quick at it?
Well, I started jump roping. I jumped up a little when I was young. We're all young. I was trying
Yeah.
to, whatever, stop for a while. I don't know for how long. Quarantine hit, lockdown hit. I picked up a jump rope just because it was the most versatile thing. I didn't have to carry any weights. I put it in my bag. I rode bike to anywhere and I just jump roped, right? And you know how it goes. Whenever you start doing something, I don't know how your phone peeps, and Instagram just started blowing me up with it. Jump rope videos, jump rope videos, jump rope videos. And I'm looking at these guys, I'm like, yo, how do these people do this, man? It's crazy. But, all I started, and of course, having an athletic background, you already have that coordination,
Yeah.
you know. So then all I did was just starting off, I jump roped for 5 minutes before every time I trained, 5 minutes on the jump rope, warm up, warm up, warm up, until I practiced my crossovers, I practiced double unders, I practiced this. Did it hurt? Yes, because I got whipped like crazy. It's all fun and games until you get whipped,
Yeah.
But sooner or later, you start to put the pieces together, and then you start, you put some good music on, and there you go. That's my cardio right there. Some people like running, some people like bike riding. Me, man, I'll go to the gym. Sometimes I don't even know what to do when I go to the gym, but I'll be like, what? I'm gonna jump rope for about 5 minutes and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done, I'm already locked in. I'm like ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. What's been the biggest influence on your career to this point? And with that, what is the next 5 to 10 years look due to that impact?
So it's funny, man, because my biggest influence always has been my favorite athlete. My favorite athlete is Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is my favorite athlete. For me, he's my GOAT, greatest of all time for me. But just always watching him and just seeing him push through, watching him on TV, pushing through, yeah, he's getting old, but he still delivers, man. He still delivers. And I feel like, you know, no matter what age you are, as long as you take care of yourself and you stay disciplined and you keep your eye on the goal, on the prize, man, there's really no limits of where life can take you,
Yeah.
you know? So I apply that to my everyday life. My thing is just, keep going, keep stacking days. I like to keep.
Where's Coach Kevin going in this industry? In this field of
Uh,
strength conditioning, fitness, like where are we headed to?
Let me tell you something, man. Right now, I actually started doing a course. Right now, I'm in the process of doing a course for a Hyrox course. They just came out with one, and at the moment, I'm really committed to. I would love to get my master. It's called a master's degree in Hyrox. They call it like a master coach. I would love to be a master coach at Hyrox and be able to train athletes to be able to, break records, better their times. And then sooner or later, right now, maybe like open up a Hyrox affiliated facility, where athletes could come by and train here in Miami. If anyone wants to train for Hyrox, here you go. Which, speaking of that, right now, myself and a buddy of mine, on Mondays, we're doing a free community workouts at the park based on Hyrox. So beginners, intermediate, advanced, anybody just come by. It's a free workout, and we're just running it every Monday at 6 p.m. So that's the start. Me and my
Okay.
partner, we actually did speak about that. And as it gets big, you know how they do run clubs?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so it's the same except it's a Hyrox club. Hyrox, so a hybrid.
Look at you, man, out there creating.
Yeah, man. So then, yeah, man, that's really put me in a spot where like, okay, I got to be creative because it can't. Right now, we don't have any weights. It's just body weight. So how can we keep it different? How can we have the members, the people engaged? How can we bring new people? How can we grow it? And sooner or later, just build that up to maybe one day, hey, we're gonna have to rent out or get a facility of our own and just have people come by.
No, it makes
So
sense, man.
that's the goal right now, man. I'm really committed into becoming and knowing a lot more about High Rocks because again, it has a strength conditioning aspect. It teaches you sports nutrition, mobility, movement, and it really just teaches you about being an athlete,
Yeah.
you know, all around. So right now, that's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking towards to, and I'm working my way up.
So, what's one question you would like to hear us ask our next
Good question.
guest?
Good question. Let's see. A question that I would like to hear you answer next. Guess. Let's see. Give me a second. You might have to cut this part because I'm gonna
Yeah, don't
pause.
worry. AI does all that stuff. It cuts out all the silence and everything.
Dope, dope. All
Yeah.
right, cool. Yeah, yeah. Uh, a good question. Let's see. A question I would like someone to ask the next guest is what keeps them motivated to keep moving forward? Like, what has you wanting to learn more? You know, or maybe like I have a few questions. I have a lot of questions. Like, I would ask someone, what's your why in being able to inspire somebody?
Okay.
Because I always wonder, I'm always curious as to coaches, why they do what they do. What got them into their fields.
So, what's your why?
Again, my why is just the inspiration aspect of having people come together. I love the fact when people or members come to me and say, "Hey, I learned my first box jump because of you. Thank you." Like that means a lot to me. Hey, I did my first push up, or or have someone run their first Hyrox race.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it means a lot because last year there were some members, right, that if I would have told them a year from last year, from the last Hyrox race in Fort Lauderdale, hey, you're gonna run a Hyrox race. It's an 8 kilometer race. You're gonna do it next year. They would have looked at me crazy. Come a year later, they did their Hyrox race. Now they're gonna do their next one. And what I say, I told you so. You have what it takes. You're stronger than you think. And there you go. And then that you pass it on to the next person, and then it's just a chain.
Keep trickling down.
I agree. I agree. So just being able to having the chance to to inspire somebody, even if it's just one person, I think it's amazing. So that's pretty much my why. It's not about me. Oh, it's about the person next to me. Having that person win while I'm winning, I want them to win with me.
Oh yeah, coach. And that's it for today. That is episode, I don't know, like I said before. Coach Kevin, thank you so much, bro, for jumping on and keeping it 100 as always, man. I loved every minute we got to spend together when we were at ISI. I love following your journey, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. You're crushing the game. I can't wait to see where you go.
Yes, sir. Likewise, my brother. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. And again, keep doing what you're doing, man. We'll talk soon. Amazing.
So.